Hi, I'm Sally, and today I'm going to show you how to attach a jeans zip. This is the jeans zip that we're going to attach today. It's very fashionable at the moment to have these jeans zips in the back of dresses and showing on the back of skirts in this way. The only difference you need to do is it's just a different opening at the back where the seams are. So we're going to look at that. So if you can imagine this is your fabric, just using calico again. And you need to do the length of your zip. And so the seam and back tack. So you have your seam, but you need it to open out a lot more than the seam width itself, because you're going to be showing the tape of the zip. So you are putting your zip in place, so, but you want it to open out a lot wider where the calico is, so that you can actually see the tape. So you need to just come over about a centimetre, I'd say that is, and cut into the seam to where the pin is. Okay, and that will be your turning. So you've got quite a dramatic looking seam there. Right, starting with the wrong side, turn over and turn over the area where you've cut down into and fold. Now at that point you need to just get your sewing seam again and go to the end of and over where the raw edge is. And that gives you a firm base to then turn over. And you're going to place the bottom of the jean zip at that point, so that it looks like that. So you need to change your foot to the zip foot. And turn that. So you've got your zip on the under, and you have the seam of the calico, and the centre of the calico seam needs to be the centre of the zip. And you're going to just machine, turn it over to the right side. Okay, so if you've got it over to the right side and you just turn it, you put in the bottom of that zip on the top of that triangle, and you are going to sew a line across, just in from, I would say, if you just You find where you cut, okay, so you're really just going to the pivot point of where you've cut and trimmed that seam, and then that machine stitching goes straight across. And you'd probably be doing this all in the same colour, so you zip, you know, would probably be on a dark denim anyway, or a darker fabric, so you're not going to sort of be noticing it as much. So once you've got that to that point, you just turn it in at the bottom and turn over to where you've pivoted, and you start your machine stitching from that pivot point at the bottom where you've cut, and back tack. And I always use a little bit of fray check just on those points, just to stop them from fraying any further. And you are going to stitch. Now this seam looks really quite big, but you've constructed your pattern in a way that's made up for this. So you're going to just sew a basting stitch on the very edge of where that jean zip is, and in the same position all the way up. And you can just see the fabric underneath the zipper underneath the fabric, so you know that you get in a straight line. That's one side. Because you've gone into that pivot point, it's quite neat at the bottom. And again, you need to do exactly the same with this side. Okay. And start at the top, but if you're starting at the top, you might want to pin down, just so that you know that you're keeping level and straight. But you can see the fabric you can see the dark zip underneath this fabric. So if you try it on with calico first, you should be all right. So you're going into that pivot point again and back tacking at the bottom. Okay. Now it needs to probably just sit flatter. Yeah. And you then press it and stitch close to the edge. This is your top stitching, keep it in place and making it look nice. Across the bottom, that keeps that in place. And I sometimes bind the seam on the wrong side as well at the bottom, just so that it looks nice and neatens everything off. You could just overlock it. And back tack when you get to the top. Like that. And if you want to make it even more decorative, then you can just go around it again with a stitch. So it's got a top stitch onto it. Change the foot to a normal basic sewn foot, and keeping the side of your foot on the edge of where you've top stitched previously, then that'll keep you right and neat. And that is your decorative jean zip.